Hello and welcome to the Bygone Times. Hope you're doing well. Today we have this piece of fine china, what we'll call it. It is pretty fine in terms of being thin and delicate. This is a piece of Lenox china, and it is, we'll call it a serving bowl. It's probably what it is, or the purpose of it, although it is, again, sort of delicate. So actually serving out of this would be brave, probably. You can see, let's see if I can get it to the light a little bit so you can see my fingers underneath. You can kind of see them up there. So Lenox started business in the late 1800s. I think it was 1889. And they quickly became known for their fine china. And one of the ways they did that was that they produced a line of American Bailique or Lenox Bailique, which was really kind of a copycat product of the very popular and even finer and thinner Irish Bailique that is still popular today and that many people collect. Lenox added a little bit of heft to their china, although the early Bailique was still pretty fine as well, and became really popular. They sold that line really well, so well, in fact, that by the late 1910s and the early 20s, Woodrow Wilson and his White House had adopted Lenox as the serving places for White House dinners and so forth. And that's a tradition that's continued through 6 or 7, I think probably 6 administrations, with going forward with like FDR and Truman, and more recently the Reagans and Clintons, and probably the second Bushes. So there is, I believe, still Lenox somewhere in the White House. I don't know what the current administration uses in there. You can kind of see the light coming through. But anyway, there's a long line of kind of big wig American usage of Lenox. This one is really pretty, I think. He has the typical cream color. Kind of looks like eggnog or something, with all the ribbing and the scalloped edges and the gold trim. And often this is real gold in infused paint to some carat or another. Sometimes it's 24 karat gold. Not 100% sure about this one. And you can see the Lenox mark on the bottom. It kind of looks black in some angles here, but it's also gold. You can get a little shine of it. And this mark and this bowl are from the 1970s, most likely. But this one's been well taken care of. Now there are quite a few of these running around out there in the wild, so it's not super valuable. So this is maybe a $20 piece, maybe a little bit more or less, depending on when and where you're selling it and the condition. This one's really nice condition, so this is probably about a $20 piece. I won't be using this one, but I do have it on our eBay store right now, and there are more pictures there if you would like to take a look at that. But it's pretty. Lenox is nice china in general and very collectible. So there's our Lenox serving bowl, and I thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and we'll talk again soon.